Welcome students. This tutorial will walk you through the steps on toning your photograph using Pixlr.com. This tutorial I'm making for my photography students for your toning project, but I'm going to make it available to any of the students in my courses that would like to use this trick. So toning, the old-fashioned version of toning was to process your photograph from the negative, make a print. When your print was completely done, generally in black and white, but you could do it in color. Generally in black and white, you would take your print when it was completely done and you would put it in something called a toning bath, which would be a chemical bath that you would let your print soak in, and it would usually be a color. The most common toning would be a sepia tone, which is sort of old-fashioned looking, sort of like this example right here. But yeah, sepia tone is that kind of brownish aged look, and that it shows up in a lot of older photos. That was just the chemical process, but you can mimic that. But you can tone in any color. So I've actually had copper, I've had blue, really pretty blues, all different kinds of colors that you can tone your photos. When we're editing digitally, this is super easy. It's so much easier. And it's a fun trick to use. So I'm going to show you step by step with the project. We're going to go to Toning Project. I think it's like 3 steps to this. So you'll like it, I think. Well, it's going to open up slower than it'll take you to do the project. Okay, so you're going to start with a great picture, of course, your own original work. Got to start with a great image. Editing it can only go so far, so we're almost there. We're getting there. All right, here we go. It's opening, I think. Okay, toning photo. So here's a before and after example. This is just a simple black and white photo. Here's with toning added, which means you can add a color to it. Quick and easy, just like I promised. So what we'll do is we'll open up Pixlr.com, we'll change our photo to black and white, and then we'll select the tones. All right, I'm going to show you this way using Pixlr Editor, and I also will show you another way using Pixlr-O-Matic, which I kind of like too. It's a little bit different. So let's start with, I went into Pixlr.com editor, and I actually had a photo already open. Let me show you Pixlr.com to make sure you know how to get in there. On the start page, when you get to Pixlr.com, I want to make sure that you are choosing editor. So this right here you can kind of skip past. This is for an app. You're welcome to look at it, but what we're using down here is this free web application, Pixlr Editor, for this project. So open Pixlr Editor and you're going to get to where I'm at, and then you're going to open your image from your computer. I already have mine open, so here's a photograph. New York City, Central Park. Winter time, it was freezing. Okay, so we start with a great picture, hopefully. And my first step is I'm going to turn this into black and white. In Pixlr, we go to Adjustment and I go to Desaturate, and I'm going to get rid of the color. So let's do that. So now all of a sudden I have a black and white photo. Generally, when I desaturate or turn a photo black and white, I'm tempted to change the contrast. I always am. Black and white just is different, because it's removing a lot of the colored values. So I would like right now to increase the brightness and contrast. So I'm going to go to my first adjustment and I'm just going to pull up the contrast a little bit. I like this a little bit better. I just like a little more dramatic photo. This is all up to you. It's use your artistic judgment. Okay, so that was simple. Now my next simple step is I'm going to go back to adjustment. This time I'm going to choose my second drop down as hue and saturation. And then I have this little button right here called Colorize. Now as soon as I click that, you're going to see a tone. When I take it away, it's just black and white. So go ahead and click Colorize. So I'm instantly defaulted to this blue. I am able to change that color by simply sliding my hue slider around. So I can choose whichever tone I want. Do I want orange? Do I want the rainbow? Do I want red? That looks a little bit violent. Do I want something a little more subtle? Let's choose something, this is a little much. Okay, let's go for this really deep blue. If I do this, it's a little too dark. Then I can also play with the saturation button and make it a little bit less saturated, and I can also play with lightness and bring it back up. Okay, I actually don't really like this blue, it's a little bit off. Let's go with this color where I started. Let me show you when I desaturate a little bit more, that takes away the color. I can go all the way to black and white again, which would kind of be pointless. But I can give it subtle color, or I can give it a lot of color and go overboard. So that's up to you also, so you can decide. I think this looks kind of nice right here. Okay, good, done. Save it and turn it in. Go to File, say, whoops, Save, not Print. No, 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 cancel. Go to File, Save. Save it as a JPEG, save it high quality, title it, please. And you're good. Okay, but let me show you another trick. This one was super easy. I'm going to show you another one. Just as easy, but there's a lot of different effects. So when you're on your start page for Pixlr.com, if you haven't already explored this Pixlr-O-Matic, we're going to go all the way to this one. Pixlr Express is sort of an in-between between these two. Pixlr-O-Matic is the most easiest definition I can give you, is it's similar to Instagram, sort of Instagram-ish. So let's go into Pixlr-O-Matic and let's find that same photo, which one was it? I think it's this one right here. Alright, there it is. Okay, and I'm going to open it. Now in Pixlr-O-Matic it simulates a toning bath. So this is actually a developing tray for a print. If you're an old-fashioned photographer like me, you know what this is. And this is simulating the liquid on top of it, or the chemical bath. So that's what this is when you do it. It's kind of fun. You can just play with that for a while if you're easily entertained. But this is actually what it would look like if you were doing an old-fashioned chemical tone. So if you would like to, you can also complete this project by playing around with all these different tones that are available for free through the Pixlr-O-Matic app. I like this one. I like Anne. But then if you really are going for more color, you can play with all of them. They all have names, so maybe you want to find your own name. My name is not here, but that's okay. I won't take it personal. And you can see if any of these look good to you, or you can go with my first option, which was to create your own. In Pixlr-O-Matic, this first red area is the different tones or filters. The second one is special effects if you want to get crazy. You want to do some crazy stuff. Well, that looks frightening. It looks like something bad is happening in the city. And then the last, let me see if I like that one better. Let's give it some glitter. There we go. Let's make it happy. And then the last yellow area over here, if you click to this dial, then you can have really cool frames. You can get really fancy. Glitz it up. Okay, I'm not sure that this is a great idea. I think I'm going to go back to my original. Okay, so when you're done with that, choosing your tone and your different ideas on what you like, I'm going to go back to, this is still bothering me, none. Okay. Then you can just go to save, and then you save your file on your computer. Look how easy that is. Isn't that awesome? Okay, I hope you enjoy this project. So you're welcome to either use Pixlr Editor, which that was really easy, or if you really like to play around and have some fun, you can use Pixlr-O-Matic. Try them both. See which one you like more. All right, have fun with this project.